As Edward and Ella arrived back in the kingdom, they were met with mixed reactions. Some cheered for their return, while others jeered, loyal to the now exiled Princess Isabella.
Welcome back, my son. I see you've brought Ella.
Queen Margaret greeted with open arms. Yes, mother. She is my future queen, Edward said determinedly. Despite the tension, Edward knew he had to fulfill his duty and accept his place as the rightful ruler. Just as the kingdom was preparing for Edward's coronation, a shocking betrayal was uncovered.
Thought you could escape me, Edward. Think again. I have powerful allies now.
Princess Isabella threatened, revealing her conspiracy with a powerful enemy.
Isabella, you'll never take this kingdom.
Edward exclaimed furiously. Chaos erupted in the palace as Isabella's forces attacked, throwing the kingdom into turmoil once more. A fierce battle ensued. Swords clashed, arrows flew, and the fate of the kingdom hung in the balance. Stand your ground. Protect the kingdom, Edward commanded his soldiers.
We can't let Isabella win.
Ella declared, fighting alongside Edward. Edward and Ella fought side by side, their love and determination shining through the chaos. In the heat of battle, Ella made a selfless sacrifice, shielding Edward from a fatal blow. Ella, no. Stay with me, Edward cried, cradling Ella with tears in his eyes.
I will always be with you, Edward,
Ella said weakly. As the dust settled, Edward held Ella in his arms, praying for her to survive. As Ella recovered from her injuries, Edward never left her side. Their bond grew even stronger, and the kingdom began to heal. You saved my life, Ella. I will never let anything happen to you again, Edward said gently.
We saved each other, Edward,
Ella replied, smiling weakly. After months of turmoil, Edward and Ella finally married in a grand celebration. The kingdom rejoiced, united in their love and leadership. I declare you my queen, Ella, Edward said, placing a crown on Ella's head.
And I pledge my love and loyalty to you, Edward,
Ella replied with tears of joy. Their love story inspired hope and unity throughout the kingdom. As King Edward and Queen Ella took their rightful places on the throne, they ushered in a new era of peace and prosperity.
Our kingdom is flourishing under their rule.
One citizen smiled.
We are truly blessed to have them as our rulers.
Another citizen nodded. The kingdom flourished like never before, and Isabella was banished forever. With each passing year, Edward and Ella's legacy grew. They were remembered as the rulers who brought peace and prosperity. Together, we will continue to build a brighter future, Edward spoke to a crowd.
With love and unity, we can overcome any challenge,
Ella added, standing by his side. However, their peaceful reign was soon threatened by a new enemy seeking to conquer the kingdom.
Your Majesties, invaders are approaching our borders.
A scout rushed in to report. We must defend our kingdom at all costs, Edward said firmly.
We will fight together as always,
Ella said determinedly. The clash of swords and cries of war echoed throughout the kingdom. Edward and Ella rallied their loyal soldiers for the ultimate battle. For the kingdom, Edward shouted, leading the charge. For our future, Ella echoed, fighting alongside him. Despite their best efforts, the invaders overwhelmed the defenses and captured Edward and Ella. Your kingdom is ours now, the invader leader sneered. This isn't over, Edward replied defiantly. Determined to reclaim their kingdom, Edward and Ella devised a daring escape plan with the help of brave rebels.
We'll help you escape. Follow us.
The rebel leader whispered.
Thank you. We won't forget this,
Ella replied gratefully. Edward and Ella embarked on a perilous journey, facing countless obstacles. Stay close. We'll make it through this together, Edward said, holding Ella's hand.
I trust you, Edward,
Ella nodded. Along the way, they encountered allies willing to join their fight, each bringing unique strengths to their cause.
We'll fight by your side, your majesties.
A warrior saluted.
Count me in. I have valuable information about the enemy.
A spy said, smiling. After months of preparation, Edward and Ella led their allies in a final showdown against the invaders. For our kingdom and our future, Edward rallied the troops.
For love and unity.
Ella added, fighting beside him. In a dramatic turn of events, Edward and Ella emerged victorious, reclaiming their kingdom. Long live King Edward and Queen Ella, a citizen cheered. We did it, my love, Edward said, holding Ella's hand.
Together we can overcome anything.
Ella replied, smiling. With the kingdom once again under their rule, Edward and Ella were crowned in a joyous ceremony. Long live the king and queen, the priest declared, crowning them. Long live King Edward and Queen Ella, the crowd cheered. Their bond, forged in adversity, remained unbreakable. They ruled with love and compassion, bringing peace and prosperity to the kingdom. We've come so far together, Edward said, looking at Ella.
And we'll go even further, my love.
Ella replied, smiling. As years passed, they passed the throne to their heir, a wise and just ruler who continued their legacy. Lead with love and wisdom, my child, Edward said, handing over the crown.
I will, Father. I promise.
Their heir replied, bowing. Edward and Ella's love endured for all time. Their story became a legend, a testament to the power of love and perseverance. Our love will guide us through eternity, Edward said, looking out at the horizon.
Always, Edward. Always.
Ella replied, clasping his hand. And so, they ruled with grace and compassion, their love a shining beacon for generations to come. The sun set on their kingdom, and a new dawn rose, heralding an era of peace and prosperity. The end. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and put on the notification bell.